This meeting is being recorded.
So if you're just tuning in, this training is going to be covering the ad manager, understanding all that great stuff, the campaigns, all that gravy. So in order to access the ad manager, very simply, you just click on the little Facebook icon and it'll bring you back here. You can click on the ad manager icon right here under the Explore tab. It'll be on your left-hand side. If you don't see it right here, click the little Learn See More button so it will show up more. And then it's probably down here at the bottom. You can also click over here and you can click the different menu options as well here, right? So you can click on ad right there as well. So there's a couple different ways you can find it, guys. So, if you need help with that, there's a couple ways you can do it, right? So once you get that, click on the ad manager, right? Now you're inside the ad dashboard. This is where a lot of people get overwhelmed, right? They see a lot of stuff going on and they're like, what's going on? What do I do here, right? Well, we're going to show you. Bear with me, it loads a little slow when we're on Zoom here. But if you guys are just tuning in, comment below if you guys can hear me okay. Bear with me here. I got a lot of, let me go to an account that doesn't have anything happening. I think girlfriend's account, let's see. All right, so you select your ad account. If you're working for multiple people, you'll have multiple ad accounts, but you'll select your ad account, right? Once you get your ad account up, now you want to select your ad. So for example, campaign types. Before we get into campaign types, let me just kind of explain the dashboard here a little bit for you, just so you can kind of understand what we're looking at, okay? So we got campaigns, right? Ad sets and ads. These are your three tabs that you're going to be paying the most attention to whenever you're running ads, okay? Campaigns is pretty self-explanatory. It's your campaign level. It's the campaign name. It's a campaign type, right? What type of campaign did you choose? That's the level in which you choose that, right? The next level is the ad set level. So the ad set level is like your targeting, right? It's your audience. Who are you putting your ad in front of, right? Your ad set is your targeting. It's your second thing that you essentially set up before you complete your ad, right? The next one is the ads, right? The ads is the ad copy. It's the video. It's the single image ad. It's the carousel. It's where you put your ad copy, your description, your call to action. That's the ad, right? So you have your campaign style, then you have your ad set, which is your targeting, and then you have your ad. These are the three layers that you need to get very familiar with when you're creating your machine when running ads, whether you're doing retargeting or direct cold traffic through setting up a saved audience, right? Whatever it is. So, all right, guys, let's see here. You guys are quiet, no questions? All right, here we go. So campaigns, right? Let's jump over here to this. First thing you want to do, before I go to this, you also have this side panel right here, okay? So if you ever need to do like say for example, you want to create, like, let's just look at these. So you have the ad manager, this is the ad account settings. This is where you'll set up like your billing information. You can add like people, like friends to your ad accounts. You can add people to your business pages, right? All that fun stuff. Business settings, events manager is where you'll get your pixel code, is where you can set up all your custom audiences and events. This is where, actually, this is your audiences section. This is where you set up your custom audiences, your saved audiences, all different types of audiences, right? The rest of these are pretty self-explanatory. Account quality, you can check out, the quality of the account, blah, blah, blah. But the main ones are these, right? Like these are the ones you're going to use the most. Ad account settings, all that fun stuff. So these are your tabs, right? So these are your settings within your ad manager, right? And then this is your ad manager dashboard. This is where all the magic happens, okay? All right, cool. So now that you've identified or that you've understood that this is your settings, this is the ads, this is the ad sets, and this is the ad level. That's a campaign, right? Now we want to create an ad, okay? If you're looking to, like if you're running phone sites, okay, you can do this a couple different ways, okay? Now we use a lot of lead generation, but for this example, I'm going to show you different examples. So you'll hit create, okay? Now you're to this section. Now you're like, oh no, what do I do? Which one do I select, right? Well, let's think about it for a second, okay? If you're running, like say you're running traffic to a phone sites, right? You want them to opt in on your phone sites. Well, you can run traffic to that, right? And then you can put your link to the phone sites within the ad, and I'll show you that. Or you can run a conversion ad where you can set a custom conversion up to track anyone that's essentially went to that landing page or that website, right? And it'll track it as a conversion, right? If you're running a store, like if you got an e-com store, I know a couple of new clients just got some new store stuff that they're gonna be running. So we're gonna run some store traffic, right? Run people to the checkout so they can go ahead and check out and buy the products. These are the top, and then obviously lead generation. Lead generation is one of the most popular because it keeps everyone on the platform, right? And Facebook loves people on their platform. They're going to continuously show that ad to more and more people because it's continuously keeping them on the platform. The more engagement you get on your post, the better that is as well, right? So lead generation is good. So yeah, you'll select whichever one. So for this example, we'll just choose traffic, right? And then you'll name your campaign, whatever you want. I don't do it right there. I just click on traffic right there. And then what it'll do is it'll pop up. It's going to pop open your next thing. Now you're at the creation stage, right? Comment below, guys, if I'm moving too fast here. You guys are real quiet. If you guys have any questions about what I'm talking about, please, I'm looking at the comments here. So if you guys have anything, let me know. Let's see here. Jeremy, thank you so much for tuning in. William, Mike. All right. So now that you're essentially selected the traffic campaign, now you got to create it, right? This is where you'll name the campaign, right? So we'll just name it lead generation. For this example, we'll just say real estate, okay? Lead gen buyers or something, right? Whatever you want to name it. Now, this is the next section. So for you guys got to pay attention to this, because if you guys are running anything related to these categories right here, credit, employment, housing, special issues, elections, or politics, you've got to select this. If you don't select this, when it goes to the ad preview process, Facebook will flag it and then decline it. And then you have to redo it, okay? So you're not going to get past it. They're going to find it. So if you're doing real estate, homeowners insurance, anything like that, mortgage loans, make sure you select housing. So for this example, we'll select housing, okay? I usually just leave that the same. I don't touch any of that. And I keep off campaign budget optimization. You can put that on if you want. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's up to you. But that's the campaign level. So you've got the campaign name essentially created, right? You've selected a special ad category. So the campaign level is done. The next level is the ad set level, the targeting. Who do we want our ad in front of, right? And that's when we go to the next section. Who do we want it in front of, and how often do we want it? Like how much traffic do we want per day, right? So here's where you have I usually don't touch anything right here. The budget, the daily budget is pretty self-explanatory, right? It's your daily budget. So I usually run $10 to $20 per day. The reason why we do that is because you want to give enough budget for Facebook's algorithm to build and get it through the learning phase. So if you started off at like $2 a day, it's going to take forever to get through that learning phase. So just make sure that, start at like 10, 20 bucks a month. Or I'm sorry, 10 to 20 bucks a day, right? And just run it ongoing. That's where you would schedule it right here. So if you want to schedule it, you can do a schedule, but I always run mine ongoing, okay? Let's see here. So once you get that done, next thing you want to do is your audience. This is your audience. Define who you want to see your ads, right? You can always click these little learn more buttons. They have like little cool stuff you can click on. It gives you information on the right? How the different things you can target about. So, use the tools. Facebook has a lot of really cool informational things that you can look at, and, feel free to look around on some of my social media as well. But anyway, back to this. So this is where you would put in like your custom audiences, right? So if you have like some retargeting set up, and that's for another training, but if you ever set up your custom audiences in that audience section, this is where you would select them after you've already built them, okay? That's how you would drop those in. But for this example, we're gonna go ahead and do some location-based targeting in a specific area, right? So what we can do is, what's really cool is you can do targeting based on people that are living in this location, people that have recently visited, right? Anything. These are the 3 different categories. So we'll do people living in this location for this example. And then we'll just do Tampa just for example purposes. But guys, you can do like city, you can do zip codes. Now you can't do zip codes whenever you're on the special ad category, but like if you're like roofing, or you're doing like pest control, or you're doing like anything that unrelated to the special ad category, you can do zip codes, right? You can do counties, right? So Pinellas County, Florida, boom. So you can do it by county. You can drop little pins in here, right? So if you want to drop a pin near the coast, right? So you want to come over here, drop a little pin closer to coastline right there, boom. Now you got that going, right? So let's see here. And that's it. So like you have the pin drops, you can do by address, right? You can do all kinds of stuff, address, everything in there. So that's where you would do that, okay? I'm gonna take off some of these. Whenever you're on the special ad category, it automatically gives you that 15-mile radius. It's standard, okay? You can't take it down. If you're off the special ad category, you can bring it down, okay? Whenever you're on the special ad category as well, you got 18 to 65, right? That's standard. It's just to eliminate all the fair housing and all the all the laws you have to follow in relation to that, right? Next thing is your detailed targeting. So this is where a lot of people struggle, right? This is where you need to learn how to do the targeting, right? So for like real estate, it's easy. I already showed you that one, right? Like Zillow, anyone interested in Zillow, Trulia, buying and selling homes, all that stuff. If you're in roofing, right? You do roofing, you do roof shingle, right? New roof. You want to exclude roofing contractors. The thing with when it comes to targeting, guys, is think about these things, right? What are they interested in? The people that are interested in your service, what is it that they would be interested in? What are your major competitors, right? What else? Behaviors of your target audience, demographics, right? Married. You can also target by job titles, right? You can target by all types of stuff, marital status, on and off special ad categories. So just know that there's so many things you can do. So for example, type in Zillow, right? You really have to be like specific here. Zillow, there you go. And then what's cool is you can hit the suggestions button right here. Boom, right? And it gives you other suggestions that you can use, right? So hit like Trulia, right? Homes.com, right? Anybody interested in these sites are more than interested in buying a home, right? They're showing interest. They're going to the sites to look at homes, right? First time home buyer, right? So throw up a couple of these again, but you get the idea, right? Whatever industry you're doing, think about what would your perfect client be interested in? What are the behaviors of your customer, right? And then that's what you would target, okay? Split test different targeting. You can split test your ages, and you can split test men and women off of the special ad category. So any businesses that are unrelated to those ones that I mentioned, you have a lot of really cool stuff that you can do. So if you're tuning in, this is not just for real estate. Use these tricks and tips for any business, guys, okay? Let's see, William, thank you for tuning in. Jason, you guys are quiet here. Do we have any comments? Let's see. Jeremy, anybody have any comments? Everybody good? All right. So once you get the targeting in, this is where you can do, there's an exclusion spot here, but it's not showing because you're on special ad. Let me just show you that real quick. So if you were to take this off, oops. So yeah, you take it off. And if you go back over here, see, now you can exclude, right? So you can exclude. So if you don't want to put your ad in front of, your competitor's job title, like for roofers, right? Or for anything, flooring companies, the sky's the limit, right? You want to exclude the other job titles of the industry that you don't want them to see your ads, right? So that's where you would exclude the exclusions. You can also do languages, right? And then you can save the audience. The next section is the placements. If I'm boring you guys, let me know. I know this stuff can be a little tedious, but this is ads, guys. Like if you want to set up your machine, this is part of it. This is part of, building your machine, right? Is setting up your ad and lead generation machine. This is where you do the placements. So the placements are where's your ad being seen at, right? So you got manual placements or automatic placements. I personally like automatic placements is what's recommended by Facebook, but I actually personally like manual placements. We put all of our stuff in the Facebook news feeds for the most part. And then Facebook Marketplace is real popular. Stories are real good as well. If you're running messenger ads, direct messenger is good. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff there. So that's where you can do your placements. So all you gotta do is check the areas that you want to show the ad in, and that's all, right? So I'm just gonna do those two, and then it shows you the amount of link clicks you'll get, the amount of reach per audience ad set that you have set up, right? 150,000 people in your audience definition, right? So that's a potential reach. So it kind of gives you a little bit of demographics and stats on, you know, based on what you've created. Next thing at the bottom is just leave all that the same. All right. So once you're done with that, just make sure you got everything right. You got the budget set correctly. You got your targeting right. You got your ages right. You got all that stuff right. You got your placements. You want to go ahead and label the ad set, right? Tampa, buyers, right? So now you got that. Now is the next stage, right? You've got to set up the ad. So now you've got the campaign, right? You selected lead generation campaign or traffic campaign or whatever type of campaign you selected based on what you were trying to achieve, right? So you've got that selected. The next thing you want to do is the ad set, which we've done. Select your targeting. And then the final thing is your ad, right? What are you going to show your people? And let me show you that real quick. So this is where you do that. So this is the preview option here. So select your page, make sure you got the page selected. And then you can literally select a post that you did on your page to promote, or you can create a new ad. So for this example, we're going to create a new ad, okay? And then here we go. So we have, this is where you can do your video, right? You can do a carousel, collection. I always do like video or single image, right? When we do single image, we have multiple image Canva ad on a single image. So it acts as one image. So that's pretty cool. But we use video a lot. So this is where you would add your video, right? So let's see, I don't have an ad copy. You know that already. I didn't even get that. So this is where you would add your video. So if you're running, you know, you want to run a test, this is a testimonial clip video from my clients, you know, whatever. This is just an example. So you just drop that in there, right? There you go. So now your video is uploaded, right? So if you got a video, that's where you put the video. If you got an image, put your image in there. This is where you do the ad copy, right? See if I can get a copy real quick here. Shit, I didn't have one ready. Let's see if I can find some real quick. So you get so I'll find one that as soon as that loads up. This is where you put the link to the website. So this will be where you do your phone sites link, any links to your landing pages. If you got ClickFunnels, if you got Go High Level, put your link right there, right? If you got a regular website, I know a lot of you guys have websites that have lead generation opt-in forms on it. Send them to the website, right? Make sure that you got your tracking pixels on there. But this is where you would put that, all right? Just like this. So just grab your site. Make sure you got your pixel on it. This little tool right here is called a Facebook Pixel Helper. So if you ever wanted to download it, it's a free little pixel helper. It's an extension you put on your computer, and you can literally, pretty cool. You can actually make sure that your pixel's installed and stuff like that. So that's a pretty cool little thing like there. But anyway, so you grab your website, and then you jump back over here, okay? And then you drop your website right there, right? Boom. Okay. All right. And then this is, I'm just going to put test information right here, but you know, attention home buyers, right? This is where you put your whole call to action. This is where you put all your information, your emojis, all that information. You'll start to see it show up right here on the right. See there? Right, so you put all that, and then this is the headline, right? And then that pops in right there, right? And then this is the lower description, right? Now this is obviously this is not what I would put for my ad copy, but I'm just kind of filling in the spaces so you can see where it fills in. Okay, use a lot of emojis and you know, nice call to actions in your ad copies, guys. If you guys are looking for ad copy training, I did a badass ad copy training already in this group. So just search my name. It's already in here. We've got a ton of cool little ad copies that we showed you guys how to use. But this is where you would do that. That's where you put the targeting. I'm sorry. That's where you put the website. All that stays the same. You can do that if you want, but for this example, we're not gonna do that. And then leave all that, and then click that. Make sure your ID is active, right? Your pixel. That one's not set up, but that's how you set it all up, right? So you have your and then you name the campaign, right? So the campaign is lead generation, right? Buyers, or whatever you want to name it. So that's it, guys. So once you get the campaign type, the ad set, which is your targeting, and then the actual ad completed, you can do this little button over here in the top right-hand corner, like that. I'm gonna publish this real quick, just so it'll allow me to do it. So you hit publish, okay? Once you're done publishing it, you can test it. Now it kicked me out there. It's loading up here. Hold on one second. A little slow here. All right. So you click on this little edit button right here, and it's got this little test right here. So you can click on this, and then you can click where it says desktop newsfeed. You can send it to your mobile newsfeed, right? For this example, you can hit on this, okay? And then you can see that the ad is set up just like you set it up, right? So you scroll down a little bit in order to see the test preview, but there's the video, right? There it is running. That's a test lead example. The goal is to get them to click the Learn More button. The Learn More button will take them to the website, and then the website has all the information. It's got the button for direct call to actions here, right? Whatever, whatever it is. Just make sure that you have a lead form for them to fill out on here. Mine's down at the bottom, down here, but they also have the button as well. So that's essentially how you would set up a basic ad, like from start to finish. Now, if you do like lead generation, you'll have to build a lead form, which I showed you guys how to do that as well in a different training. Guys, I mean, I think I showed you guys how to do most of this stuff. So if you guys search my name, if you guys need anything, just reach out and I'll let you know, where to find it or, how we can help you. But that's how you essentially set up an ad, right, in the campaign. Does anybody have any questions about that? Anybody? No? All right. So Jason, Jeremy, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate the love. If you guys are tuning in, drop some fire emojis down there below. The next thing I'm going to show you guys is some pretty ninja stuff. It's how to set up the custom audiences, right? Like part of the machine is, adding 5 people to your CRM every single day, right? How do you do that? Well, you do that by running retargeting ads to your audience, right? You do that by setting up landing pages, right? With opt-ins. You do that by setting up your tracking pixels so you can track on who went to your stuff and put your ads back in front of them to get more data and more clients, right? So in order to do that, I'm going to show you that. Mike, thank you so much for the fire emoji. To set up badass custom audiences, right? You got to know what you're doing. You got to set up your pixels on your schedulers, right? For example, right? If I go to my Bitly, everything I pretty much drive traffic to is tracked on a Bitly, and it also has all of the pixels in it. Excuse me. Right. So if you click on this, this is my scheduler, right? Oh no, I'm sorry, that's my group, which is another thing. Guys, we always have things. Let's see. So clients on command. Let's see. This is a Acuity scheduler. So if you guys are running traffic to a scheduler, look, there's a pixel here. Make sure you guys put your pixels. So if you guys have Acuity, Calendly, all of them, most of those scheduling companies allow you to put the pixels within it, right? Landing pages, make sure you put your Facebook pixel on that. In order to do that, you got to go over here to the ad manager, okay? Jason, thank you much for that. Appreciate that, brother. You go over here in order to get the Facebook pixel, whether you're getting it for yourself or you're giving it to your marketing company so they can put it in for you. Go over here, click on where it says Event Manager, right? Then this is where you're going to get your pixel. The pixel is the powerful piece of tool, right? All right, let's see here. All right, so we're in here, okay? Make sure you have your right business page selected, okay? This is the overview of your pixel, right? It talks about all your events. Now this pixel's not set up for this page, but this is where you would go, right? So you go over here to the event set, over here to settings. This is the pixel. Now once you set it up, it'll say pixel code there, but that's your pixel code. So you copy that and you'll put that inside of on your landing page, on your phone sites, on your website, in the header, all that stuff. Okay, that's where you get it. Boom, right there. Okay. Once you get that attached, then you'll go over here to audiences, okay, and you'll create custom audiences. This is the goal right here, guys. Pay attention. Colby, thank you so much for tuning in. He said, "Man, I'm gonna have to go back and watch all this again." Great stuff. Thanks, Colby. We're coming in hot, baby. It's a lot of information here, guys. So don't try to like remember everything right now. Please just take your time on this. Go back, pause it, rewind it, ask me questions, go back and watch some of my other videos and kind of tie it all together and just do a little bit each day to get better, right? Like I've learned this stuff over the last four or 5 years now. I don't even know, 4 years I think it is. I'm losing track. A lot of time on this, guys, a lot of time and effort, a lot of campaigns we ran, a lot of campaign types, a lot of different style campaigns, landing pages, websites, all types of stuff, right? So we didn't learn this overnight, all right? So that's why we want to share this little by little, every week, every other week, as much as we possibly can. I'm super busy. I'm sure you guys are too, but we still want to give you guys a little bit of time to show you guys how to properly build your machine. Because I have helped a few people over the last few weeks. I mean, I always do, but specifically over the last couple of days. And a lot of you guys are struggling with the ad manager dashboard basics, just how to set up the ad, like what campaign to choose, right? Just the basic one, like what style campaign to choose, right? So that prompted me to really want to jump in here and really help you guys to understand all this stuff, all right? So once you get the pixel code added, this is where you create different custom audiences, right? So you'll click where it says create custom audience, and you have all these different types. So you can do custom audiences, lookalikes, special ad audiences, and the saved audiences. For this example, we're going to do custom audience. These are the different custom audiences that you're able to set up. This is the ninja stuff, brother. This is where the money is, right here. You can retarget website traffic, right? Create an audience based on website visitors from your Facebook pixel. This won't happen unless you have the pixel on your sites, all right? So make sure you place the pixel on everything before you ever send anybody to anything. Make sure you have tracking on it. Tell your audience based on events you want to focus on, such as purchases, actions, opt-ins, whatever, right? Customer list. This is a very powerful one. This is gold right here, okay? All that data you guys are collecting through your lead generation, through the funnels that you guys are building, the names, emails, phone numbers, all the customer that you guys get when you're out and about, your normal sphere of influence, the data you're collecting over the years. Keep this data. That is your CRM. That is the lifeblood of your business. Take that name, email, and phone number and upload it as a custom list right here. This is where you can upload those individuals' personal information, the name, email, phone number, and then put your ad specifically in front of them. The people that have showed interest in your stuff, the people that have given you their information, those are the people that are most engaged and that would be more apt to do business with you. Know, like, and trust, right? So we want to continuously put your information, your content, your face in front of your audience. All right. App activity is pretty clear. I don't do a lot of app activity, but it's, if you've launched an app or a game and you want to drive traffic to that, that's what you use for that, right? Video views, right? So the ones we use a lot is website, customer list, Facebook page, and video retargeting. Like if we have a client that does a ton of videos, I mean, we're doing like 2-3 videos a week. So we're constantly doing video view retargeting, right? Facebook page is really cool. So let's go through these real quick. So you got website. So you click on website, you can click on next, okay? So anybody, right, that visited a specific website, you can do 180 days. I always do the max, okay? 180 days. All website visitors who visited a specific web page. This is where you would select, like, for example, this. So like if anybody hit this page, right, for my Clients on Command CRM demo, if anybody hit this scheduler, they're going to be tracked. So then you would take this URL and create a custom audience out of it, right? Just like that. Boom. Same thing. So like if you got somebody on a website too, anybody that went to my website, right? Anybody that hit here, right? Anybody that went here, I want to know, right? I want to retarget them. Same thing. Go here, drop it in, right? So that's how you do that, right? So that's how you set up a custom audience, and then you just name it right there, and then you save it, all right? Next thing is the customer list. Guys, if you guys find this helpful, comment below. Am I moving too fast for y'all? Everybody good so far? Everybody still good? All right. All right, next thing is the customer list. Customer list is what I just explained, the data, right? Data's new gold. This is where you set that up. This has your download file template to make sure that you format the list properly, to make sure you have it correctly set up, so that way Facebook can be able to pull in the forms. So just make sure you clean your list up before you put it in, all right? These are the different things that you can set up as fields, right? So if you've got this different data, then you can do that, okay? Kobe, I'm just a new fish in this water, but I'll get it after checking the replay. Yeah, Kobe, listen, take your time, brother. Don't stress over it, my friend. There's a lot of us in here that can help you too. So just reach out if you need anything, all right? Brandon, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate that. But so this is where you go. So you hit the next button, put no as a value. I never do value. And then this is where you upload the list. So you just click here and you upload your CSV file, right? Make sure you get it formatted. As you can see, I have a ton of CSV files. We're constantly uploading custom audiences. Use your data, guys. Data's a new goal, right? And then name the audience, right? I'm gonna back that up. Next thing is the Facebook page, right? So if you got a ton of people going to your Facebook page and engaging with your ads or liking your post or any of that, right? Everyone you engage with your Facebook page, and then you select your page right here, right? Boom. Okay. And then you just name it business page engagement, right? There you go. And that's it. So that's how you set up custom audiences, okay? But before you can even do any of that custom audiences, Ninja stuff, guys, you got to put the Facebook pixel. Please don't forget that part, okay? If you're setting up those audiences for that, I mean, you're not going to get anything because you got to set up the ads, okay? Once you get all that done, then you would just set it up right here. So you would go in here inside of the targeting, right, that you had done, duplicate this, and then set up a new one. But this is where you would select it. So you go right here, and then you'd select the audience to drop in right there. There it is, okay? So that's custom audiences. You got custom audiences. We went over campaigns. We went over targeting. We went over ads, pixel placement. Wow, all in 37 minutes. I am on fire. What else we got to cover? Please comment below, guys, if you have any questions about what I've talked about today. This slide's for you guys. We got a few more minutes here. Let's see if we can go back here. So we got a few more slides that we can go over here. Let's get over here. Boom, boom. Whoops. Oh, yeah, duh. Understanding the ad metrics. Last thing here. So after you understand the proper way to set up the campaign that will target your ideal clients on command, the next step is understanding how to read the performance of your ad, right? This will aid you in deciding how to tweak and split test accordingly. So you got to be able to read your ad, right? Most people just set it and forget it. No. You got to be able to tweak it and change it. It's never going to be perfect out the gate. I promise you. Sometimes it is. Most of the time it's not, though. So you got to be able to tweak it and read it accordingly. The most common performance metrics we check and use the most often are engagement, video engagement, performance and clicks, and messaging engagement, and obviously lead cost, right? But you see this little button right here? I'm going to show you this in a second back in the ad manager, but that's where you would select the different performance metrics to select from. When you select these, it will then change what it looks like on here, and you can kind of see the metrics, all right? Comment below if you guys have ever read your ad metrics. Have you ever understood how to like click on the performance metrics and read your KPIs? And you guys ever played around with that? I'll jump in there in just a second to show you that. But one thing that we want to go over too is some just quick do's and don'ts when using your ad manager, right? Some do's is make sure that you follow all the ad policies and rules when advertising to special ad category. For example, housing, employment, or credit ads, right? Your ad will be denied if you do not check that box, right? Choose high quality images or videos in your campaigns, right? Split test ad copies, images. What else we got? Targeting and campaign types, right? Set up retargeting ads like we showed you for business page engagement, website views to your site, schedule link visits, specific URLs, right? That you drive traffic to. Anything that you drive traffic to, set up a custom audience to that. If you can't put a pixel on that, don't drive traffic to it, okay? People can be tracked on all fronts, guys. Place your Facebook pixel active on all sites and landing pages, right? Make sure. Some don'ts, right? Don't waste your time running ads if you do not have at least $5 a day for at least 30 days minimum. And honestly, you probably need a little bit more than that, but that's at least minimum, right? Don't make offensive ads, right? Don't launch a new campaign on Monday. Wait until around Thursday night, right? Friday morning to launch. What it does is it shoots it right into the weekend, and most people are looking on their phones in the evenings and on the weekends. So that's the best time to get the ad optimized is Thursday through Sunday, and then just let it keep running, right? Don't stop and start ad campaigns. Let them run from a minimum of 1,000 reach before you start tweaking them. Let that bad boy run 1,000 reach or $100+ at least. Don't run it for like 20 bucks and be like, oh, well, it didn't work. Sorry. Like, I see that a lot. Like, I get in their ad manager and like, well, we tried. It didn't do anything. Well, how much did you spend? Well, we spent $40. Well, you spent $40 over, 30 days. No wonder, right? Like, you spread it too thin. So I just want to set that expectation. If you plan to run paid ads, if you're just doing basic retargeting, that doesn't need to be as expensive because it's to a specific list. But if you're running interest-based and if you're running cold traffic to new audiences, you need money. You need at least $5 to $10 a day. So $300 to $500 a month, guaranteed for a minimum of 30 days or more. And honestly, you want to invest more than that in your marketing campaigns, right? Like, set aside, all businesses have marketing budgets, right? You want to set aside marketing budgets for 6 to 12 months, right? And don't do it if you're not able to go all in with it because you'll run out, right? So set aside that money and use it to grow your business. The best investment is in yourself and your business, and don't expect your clients to invest in you if you don't invest in yourself, all right? So seriously, invest in websites, invest in good quality stuff for your clients to see you, know, like, and trust, and find you, all right? Let's see. Don't be afraid of the ad manager, right? Like I showed today, it's very simple to use. It just takes practice, frequency, just like anything else, right? New, it takes time. It takes 10,000, what do they say? It takes 10,000 hours to become an expert, right? I probably got more than 10,000 hours. He said he looked, didn't know what the fuck it meant. Brandon, I'm not sure what you mean by that, brother, but if you clarify, I can probably provide some insight. Also, another thing too, guys, don't hire someone to build you a funnel, or don't build yourself a funnel unless you know how to run Ad Manager properly to drive traffic to that funnel, right? A funnel is useless unless you can get people to opt into the funnel, right? If you cannot get traffic to that funnel, whether it be through paid or organic, if you don't know how to do that, find out how before you start spending money on a funnel, right? You need to have a system and a way to start getting traffic to that. I always ask people, how do you plan to get traffic to this, right? Most of them say, well, I didn't know that part. Well, yeah, you got to drive the traffic to it, right? So just make sure that you're not just buying a funnel just to buy a funnel, okay? Any questions, guys? I covered a lot today. We covered Ad Manager metrics. Let's jump back over there real quick. So if we're over here and we're in the Ad Manager, okay, to check the metrics of the analytics. Good job, Brandon. I'm jumping over there right now, Brandon. I'm going to show you that real quick. Let me close some of this out. All right. So, for example, like these are some old ads that we ran previously this year, okay? So we have Facebook lead ads, right? And you have the link clicks. These are obviously traffic ads. And then these are Facebook lead ads, okay? These are lead generation ads. So what we like to do is click on, for example, performance and clicks. As soon as you run an ad, okay, you're going to watch a couple things. You're going to be watching, obviously, if you're running leads, you're going to be watching your lead count, okay? You're also going to be watching the reach, the frequency. The frequency is how often is your ad being shown to your audience. Well, on these ads, we had 1.8 frequency, which means they're showing about 1 to 2 times per day per essentially lead, right? It's shown in front of the same person that many times. That's your lead cost. This is to the right. So when you're starting to generate, your reach is growing, what you want to start looking for is the clicks, okay? If you're getting a ton of clicks, but you're not getting any opt-ins, well, that is what you need to look at. You need to look at one or two things. You're targeting, or you need to look at your landing page or your lead form because they're clicking to something, but for some reason, they're not opting in. So I always say mirror your ad copy over to your landing page to make sure transparency is happening. Make sure you have your buttons in your lead form. You know, make sure you have a lead form they can opt in on, right? You know, those are the things you want to check. So if you have a bunch of clicks but no opt-ins, well, you might want to check your landing page. If you're running the ads and you have a ton of reach, okay, but you don't have any clicks, well, you might want to check your ad copy, and you might want to check your targeting, because the message isn't right. People are not clicking. It's not resonating. It's just not working. So you need to check the front end, right? So this is how you would check that, right? If you're running video views and you want to see the video engagement, right? Click on video engagement. Now, I don't have any video views here, but it would normally show your video views, right? It'll show like how long, like you see right here, it'll say 2-second video view. It'll show you, you know, what percentage of the video was, 25% of it was watched. So you'll be able to see all that information, right? Looks like I had a video right here, actually. So you have 24 people watch 25% of it, and then it kind of drops off, right? So you can see like, okay, well, maybe we need to shorten our video 50%, so that you can kind of shorten your video up a little bit, right? Because you're losing people after so much, right? Or maybe you retarget people that are only seeing about 75% of your video, right? So those people that have watched the majority of your video are high intent because they showed a ton of interest by waiting through the entire video, right? So we could target these people. Whew. All right, what else we got? So that's that one, right? But those are the two biggest things I use: is performance and clicks, video engagement, right? You can do messaging engagement. So if you're running messenger ads and you want to see like how many people are messaging you and stuff, that's another metric you can see. But I'm not running that, so you're not going to see a metric on that. But that's kind of where you do that. This is where you would essentially select the time frame in which you want to look at. So if you just want to look at this month or this week or last week or today, right? Whatever, like you can set all that up, custom search. All right. So let's see. Brandon, thank you so much for tuning in. Kobe, Jason, Mike, you guys are awesome. Hope you guys found this incredibly helpful. Melissa, I'm about wrapping this bad boy up. Today, we covered the ad manager basics, the dashboard, understanding the settings, right? The basics on the settings, right? How to understand the different campaign styles, which is right here, right? Which one you should select and how to go about that, right? Then we talked about the campaign level, how to set up that. We then talked about how to set up your targeting, where to set that up, the placements, the budget, the schedule, the optimization. And then we talked about the ad. We talked about the description, the headline, the shorter headline. We talked about where the destination URL would go, where you're going to send your traffic to, how to place that, right? We talked about metrics. We talked about pixel placement. Holy shit, we talked about a lot of stuff. I love it. All right, guys, I think that's it for me. I'm going to hop off here. If you guys found this incredibly helpful, please comment below, tag me in a post, let everybody know. Don't miss Will's lives. He's bringing the fire. Please, guys, just implement this. Start using this in building your machine. And I'm here to help you guys. If you ever need anything, please feel free to reach out. I help a ton of you guys in here. A lot of you guys know me. And for those of you that don't, please feel free to reach out. I'd love to meet with you and chat with you and see what we can do to help you grow your business. But that's it. I'm going to go feed my son. My name is William Hyder, Massive Marketing Pros. You guys have a great week, and we'll chat with you soon. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Go ahead and stop this bad boy. See you later.